What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Perry's Politics Today. What's up, Pops? What's up, Sherelle?
Hello. Hey, how you doing, Perry?
Good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I got a couple of little small things, like some breaking news today. We had some breaking news today where an American school teacher held by Russia for like 3.5 years, he was released and allowed to come home. So by tonight, Marc Fogel will be on American soil, people. So that's a good thing. And so people are excited about that. And this was like a little clip of them talking about it.
We have breaking news right now. Marc Fogel, the American teacher who has been wrongfully detained in Russia for the past 3.5, nearly 4 years, has been released and is on his way back to the United States. I want to bring back NBC's Aaron Gilchrist covering the White House. Former CIA operations officer Mark Polymeropoulos is back with me, and former U.S. ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul, who is an MSNBC international analyst. Aaron, tell us about the circumstances surrounding Fogel's release.
So, Chris, we're still trying to learn more about how exactly this all came to be. We know from the statement that was released from the National Security Advisor that it seems as though Marc Fogel is in the air now, along with Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, who has been empowered, obviously, to operate beyond the Middle East. He, of course, we know, has spoken about some of the work that he's been doing as it relates to sort of earning the freedom of Americans around the country. And so now we've learned that today, via this statement, that the president's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, has secured the release and is leaving Russian airspace with Marc Fogel. And the statement goes on to say that this was a negotiated exchange that serves as a show of good faith from the Russians and a sign that we're moving in the right direction to end the brutal and terrible war in Ukraine.
Okay, what you guys think? Now, they didn't go into detail on what was the trade-off, because typically you got to give up some prisoners, give up some spies. Nothing was said on that. Do you guys think that Trump is making these sweetheart deals with Putin? Go ahead, Pops.
Yeah, I think so, because, it's his buddy. I think so. What do you think, Sherelle?
No, beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, they talk every night on the phone like they're good old friends. And, hey, isn't it time you let Sean out, or whatever his name was? Yeah, they do that kind of stuff because, Putin is in the process of teaching what's his name? Trump how to be a dictator. So there we go. Every night.
Well, that's pretty much a wrap for that story, because but I would just say this real quick. I'm sure that it's some kind of underhanded deal, and Trump probably promised him to give him half of the Ukraine or some shit. I don't know. But now we're going to go on to this, because now this came out, I think it was yesterday. I think I did a regular video of Trump threatening war with Hamas, right? So he's saying if we don't get all the hostages back by Saturday, if they're not released by Saturday at noon, it will be hell to pay, right? Now, and his plan is he wants to displace all the Palestinians, right? He want to take over Gaza, like, we all talked about before. He want to take it over, but send them to like Egypt and other countries. Now, I don't know who the hell he think he is. And now, instead of being Israel war, he want to take over it. So here's a clip of the idiot making the threat.
What the hell is going to break loose? Are you speaking about retaliation from
You'll find out, and they'll find out too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
Mr. President,
they're going to find out what I mean. These are sick people, and they'll find out what I mean Saturday at 12 o'clock.
But no involvement. You say all hell is going to break loose? Are you speaking about retaliation from
You'll
Israel?
find out,
Okay.
and they'll find out too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
Mr. President,
They're going to find out what I mean. These are sick people, and they'll find out what I mean Saturday at 12 and 12.
But no involvement.
So, I mean, that's just him, blowing wolf cookies and all that shit. Now, we'll find out on Saturday. He'll come up with something else. But people, he's still doing everything but lowering grocery prices and coming up with all these distractions and all that, but doing nothing for us. And we'll get into it later where it's starting to hurt a lot of his voters that voted for him. But, Pops, what you got to think on? Think about
Go ahead, Trina.
cookies.
Oh, this is the most dangerous thing I ever heard of. Let's just be real. He wants a racial cleansing of all the ethnic people. He lets the Jews stay, but he got to get rid of all the Arabs. This is so dangerous. These Arab people have been fighting over the Gaza Strips ever since I can remember. They're not going to go peacefully. This is going to be another war zone. It's not what he thinks it's going to be. And you don't have the right to interfere in anybody else's war and then go kick the people out their country. He's got a lot of nerve. This is why he's one of the worst presidents of all time. What if somebody just came to Vegas and said, all the black people got to go? Like what? This is called a racial cleansing. He's following in the footsteps of his idol, Hitler. And in this modern day and time, before he became president, I thought there's so much progress happening in the world. Things like that happened with the Holocaust could never happen again. They're happening now. He's kicking all the Arabs out of Gaza. He's sending all of the Hispanics to detention centers, which I call concentration camps.
Mm-hmm. Whatever they are.
It's so dangerous. And he's not even keeping a record of who's going to these concentration camps. He is the most dangerous nut job that there ever is. And if anybody who voted for Trump, something is seriously wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. It's called an ethnic cleansing. Get rid of all the Arabs. And let's turn it into a Las Vegas Strip. Okay, really? This is dangerous. This is going to be in war. He's setting it up so when it's time for him to end this presidency, he could say the country's not stable enough for a new president. Guess what, people? I deserve a third term. And this is the beginning of a dictatorship.
Yeah, he's not going peacefully.
He didn't go peacefully last time.
I know.
And all the people sitting there. Sometimes I go watch Fox News just to see the lies that they're telling these people.
Yeah.
Just to see like how do you look yourself in the mirror and say Trump is the one to be the president of the United States? Well, he's feeding them so much propaganda, they believe it. They think they're superior. They feel like all ethnic people are beneath them. And we're doing them a favor. We're ending the war. No, you're doing an ethnic cleansing. Okay? And some of us aren't in denial. Some of us know exactly what you're doing. Cannot believe in 2025 we're still going through this. Pop, doesn't it remind you of the 60s?
I think he set it up to be worse than in the 60s. Because he's actually trying to steal a country. They were just trying to calm African Americans down in the 60s, for when he tear up the country. But he's trying to steal the country and steal other people's land and stuff. He got one thing in his mind, and it's profit. It ain't Democrat. It ain't freedom. It's profit for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's all you can think about is profit.
Well, I can't believe I'm living in this day and age where I'm experiencing ethnic cleansing. And, and he always uses terms like, those people are bad. Oh, they're so disturbed. They're weird.
He called them sick.
He uses that to describe other people, but he never uses those terms for himself.
Right. Yeah, he called them sick, Sherelle.
Yeah,
Those sick
called them
people.
sick. Like,
Mhm.
you have no respect for anybody else's culture but your own. And oh, what a dark culture it is. You're German. You have the worst culture there ever is in the world. Your people are associated with the nut job that went by the nickname Hitler. He ought to be ashamed of his past, but he wants to reenact the past.
Well, his
Yeah.
father brought him up that way. Loving the Nazis. His
So
father,
we got Nazi Trump and apartheid Elon Musk. We're in
uh-huh.
trouble, people. We're in deep
Yeah,
trouble.
big time.
Yeah.
I sort of feel this, right, about Trump. He's trying to flex his muscles to show the world it's a new sheriff in town, right? That's not handling his responsibilities in the town he's supposed to be regulating, lowering food prices and all that. He's trying to flex his muscles, be like Putin and all these people going to take people lands and shit like that. So it's right up his alley, and it would distract people from the things he's not doing. So he really want to go over there and start flying and dropping bombs. That's what he really truly want to do.
He will do it. And it's so weird. It's like, have you ever been to Orange County? I know you haven't, but probably you've been to Orange County, which
Right.
is just all white. It's all sterile. It's all white. It's so boring. Like, other cultures are fascinating. Who wants all to be the same? I love different foods from different cultures, meeting different kind of people. He just went white.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing himself and his people an injustice by saying we want the whole world to be white. It was crazy when Hitler did it. It's even worse when Donald Trump does it, because he has an example of what that kind of lifestyle leads to, and that's mass destruction.
Well, I mean, that's what he's claiming he want to do, and he's looking for that reason, right? So, like, he can't lower the price of eggs fast enough or fix our economy. But if I get him a deadline by Saturday at noon, I can start taking military action that would take our conversation off of why food's so high, why we can't, afford food and stuff like that, right? But he's a trip because he's like, in his sick ass mind, he really think, oh yeah, we can just go and take over that. We can make it a beautiful place, and we can build nice homes and shit like
No,
that.
it's
Just think of
crazy.
it as real estate. You know, uh, he, look, the guy is out there, and not just he's not the only one out there. The people around him are mentally ill.
I mean, Perry, just think about this. He sits in an office. He's not around regular people all day. To him, WAR just means pushing a button. For you to just unalive people and not have any feelings about it, like, yeah, now we get the land, and there's people laying all over unalived. Something wrong with you. He has no regard for human life, period.
Well, I
No,
don't think he even look on us as people. If you're poor, you ain't a person.
Pop, I can't see a dog get hit by a car. A dog. It's something in me that bothers me. Now, real human beings, and you have no feeling about it. You look at it, great. Now we can build a Vegas Strip over here in Gaza. What? He's very disturbed. He's very, very disturbed.
well, look, and I'll say this: if that wasn't stupid enough, right, for him to volunteer and take over the war that Israel had going on. Oh, no, save your people. We'll put our military at risk, lives at risk, right? If that wasn't stupid enough, now it's stupid people around him. And this guy might be he's a Republican for sure. I'm about ready to talk about it. Let me get a picture of him. He's damn sure a Republican, but I'm not sure if he's a congressman or a senator. I think he might be just a congressman. But we got this guy. He's a Republican, Earl Carter of Georgia. He has introduced this new bill for Trump to enter negotiations to purchase Greenland. Here we go with Greenland again.
Oh, wow.
Now, he's wanting to submit this new bill so Trump can negotiate to purchase Greenland. And I don't know what's worse, them negotiating when the other country said, Denmark said they don't want to sell it. That's stupid. But then they already, out there in fantasy land where they don't came up with the new name of the place if they was to purchase it. And the new name would be Red, White, and Blue Land. And they're stating this as a natural security priority, right? So that's their reason for going over there, taking Greenland, so they can name it Red, White, and Blue Land, and said, yeah, we had to do it because it was a national security priority. Now, if that ain't no stupid shit, that is damn stupid.
Perry, how do you buy something that's not for sale?
Exactly. Why are you dreaming about naming a baby when ain't nobody pregnant? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's just stupid.
They did it to the Indians, so.
Huh?
They did it to the Indians when they took this land.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. You're going around stealing people's land. Yeah, it's about just as cruel as Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You're taking people's land. There are people on that land. What are you going to get rid of all the people from Greenland too? He's just mentally insane. I just can't believe I'm living in this era. I almost made it through, like the 90s were great. The early 2000s, everything was great until he brought in racism again and stealing from people again. And he's just strange, very strange.
You have a lot of places to move. You can move to Gaza. You can move to Red, White, and Blue Land. No, I'm just saying, like, that's how ridiculous it really is, right? And like today, it's a serious matter that we got to suffer because we got idiots in the office. But if you look at some of the shit, their behavior, it is laughable watching two jackasses, one rich, one wannabe, trying to rule the world. Go ahead, Pops. If you got anything to add on to him wanting to take over. But if not,
he want to run the world, just like you're saying. And that's what they're trying to set up for. But it won't work. It won't work because of the people. He'll see. It won't work. It'll work for a while, but nobody's going to give that country to Donald Trump.
Right, but you're right. And you've been saying this from day one, it won't work. And I agree with you. I don't think it will work, but there's going to be a lot of lives lost in that fight. That's what I think. Well,
it always is. Yeah. They beat them up, beat you upside the head, lock them, whoever they can lock up, shoot you, because eventually it'll come after us again.
Yeah, we're definitely on the list. But you went through one of the worst wars ever. You two both went to war. The Vietnam War has to be the worst war ever.
I think so.
I think it outdone you, Perry. But still, war is not pretty. But them people get to sit in their office and push a button whenever they feel like it. If they were soldiers on the ground, they would understand how just devastating WAR is. It's devastating. But he has no experience. Trump doesn't have half the courage of a real soldier.
He dodged the draft. I can't remember how many times.
Yeah, he dodged.
So quick to send troops in. I'm going to give you a deadline. When you ran from the draft, you effing coward.
He was supposed to go to war?
Ooh, yeah, he didn't go.
Yeah. I mean, basically, he just avoided signing up
for
the draft.
Of course he did.
His father.
His son ain't going. But he'll send somebody else's kid over there just to show Israel, Putin, or whoever, how tough he is, right? Like, that's the ridiculous part and the scary part about the dummy being in office. Because we can laugh and say he won't do it, but he's looking for a reason out. He can't explain. You in office now, you got planes falling out the air left and right.
Yeah.
You ain't did shit about it.
Yeah.
Food high. Now, at this point, you can't blame nobody else. Well, I mean, he will blame somebody, but everybody looking at you. These people voted you in, and this will go into our next story, how people voted him in because he's going to be their savior, and Biden and Kamala didn't do shit for them. He going to make America great again, right? He come in and start having all these executive orders all over the place, freezing shit and everything else, right? So the farmers got hit really hard by him, by U.S. aid funding being froze, right? Because they made money off that when U.S. aid would help out other countries and send wheat, rice, and like soybeans or whatever they send into other countries. These farmers would get paid from it, but now they're not, because he don't froze all this stuff. And then they were saying some of the projects, because they be getting grants and all kind of stuff while they harvesting something to be ready for it and stuff like that. Some kind of money. I don't really know their total system, but they get money. So they don't did work on stuff that when he froze the pay, they don't get paid for the work they done already. So now you got some of these farmers saying they about ready to lose everything. And here's this guy sort of talking about it, and y'all can feel free. It's not that long, but to stop me anytime you feel like it.
Farm because of the government.
Oh no. Who's to blame?
So they had a program out there called the EQIP program to better conserve farmland for agricultural use. We got a contract with them for $240,000, and we have bought different types of material. We've gotten paid out on some of it, but I now have $80,000 worth of material on me today and said, hey, I know we have this signed contract. We're not going to pay out on it.
I'm still waiting for you to say who's to blame.
And unless they lift this pause on payment, I'm going to lose this farm. The reason that they're not able to hold up the contract is our EQIP program is funded by the Inflation Reduction Act. Because of the executive orders.
Whose executive order did this?
There's a pause or a freeze on the funding through the Inflation Reduction Act, and they're not able to pay out on the stuff that we completed or anything going forward. Multiple farms are going to sink if we don't get traction on this and get those funds unfrozen.
It is weird how you never say who's to blame.
I wanted to start off by saying I did vote for Donald Trump.
I say this with no sincerity. I'm truly shocked. Shocked. Aren't you shocked? Are you shocked? This is my shocked face.
We need to get together as Americans and actually get on the same page and actually stand together and unite and fix some of these issues.
Bro, did you really just say, can't we all get along? No. Not when you were happy to vote for a dictator who wants to strip us all of our rights, not to mention fucking over farmers like you. Because he never cared about you, and he never will.
There's a lot of corruption in the government, and I just don't understand how you can't see it. On both sides of the aisles, nobody's perfect.
Dude, except they're literally not the same, which is highlighted by your personal experience. On one side, you have Biden and Harris, who gave you the Inflation Reduction Act, the one that allowed you to be part of a program that you were so excited about. Oh, and while I'm at it, you can thank Kamala for that, because she cast that tie-breaking vote that ensured you got access to that program.
The yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the bill, as amended, is passed.
And on the other hand, you have Trump, who you voted for, who with just the stroke of his pen was able to deny you the payment you deserve. You can keep claiming they're the same, but one was going to benefit you and the other might leave you farmless.
I just wanted to take that attention. I wanted to point out Jesus Christ.
And that's where we stop, because no. Anyway, enjoy this little find out portion of fucking around. Oh, and don't forget to thank Trump when you're setting up your GoFundMe.
But they've been taking for years black farmer land for years, so, and it's nothing new to us. He just doing it now to everybody else, but they've been taking our land for years. They've been losing farm. Ain't too many black farmers left. They done took so much land from them.
Yeah, I mean, because the black farmers weren't going to get the subsidies, but now Kamala Harris and Joe Biden had set up these things like the inflation thing, whatever they had mentioned, to subsidize them and shit like that. Trump came and put a freeze on it. Now they're hurting, but they won't say who they mad at. You know, you couldn't vote for Kamala and Biden because they wasn't shit, but they gave you the program to help out your business. He come and freeze it. Now they want to pray.
And the worst part is those people that voted for Trump, I want to see them suffer. Because we told you, but it's not just them suffering, it's everybody. He's got a lot of nerve to be like, now he feels betrayed.
That's why it won't work. It would work if he just kept doing us, kept doing the minorities. But when he start doing his own people, that's when he runs into trouble. And he thinks that everybody's stupid. He don't think that if you're poor, you ain't got no sense. But he's wrong. You know, You probably got more sense if you're poor because you ain't got nothing in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? But he don't understand poor people. He don't know what it's like to be poor, and he just think you're stupid. Eli the same way. You know, he think, well, we're not like South Africa. You know, and he gonna find that out real quick. I don't believe they get away with it. I could be wrong, but I got faith that they won't get it wrong with it. But like Sherelle said, a lot of people gonna be hurt before it get better. You know.
Oh, well, it's definitely gonna be a lot of people hurt, and including these farmers. Because I remember when he was out in the trail, he'd be there. Well, we're gonna vote for him because he mean well for us, and he gonna do all this. Now your ass is crying because he screwed you over by trying to screw over the other minorities. That's what happened. Because when he see the word aid, he thinking welfare. He thinking, oh, those low lives. He wasn't thinking about that by freezing all this stuff so somebody couldn't get no welfare check or no special aid in a different country, that he was hurting the farmers, the people who went out there and voted for him with 50 cows and 30 hogs. Sherelle, what you got to say about it?
I'm so scared. I ain't gonna lie. I love my father's laid back and faith. Love my father's faith because I don't feel that. And I know you've tried to teach that to me my whole life, you know. What was it? Walk by, I don't know. You used to have some little saying.
Listen, they used to hang us. Why did they stop? They didn't stop because they wanted to stop. They wanted to keep it going. They fought over slavery and stuff. People always stand up, you know, but people get hurt in the meantime. But they never
That's what
thought.
I'm worried about.
Huh?
In order to move forward, a lot of people are going to be hurt.
Well, you know what, Sherelle? That might be the only way we truly can move forward. If it's just us hurting, they'll keep us hurting. But Trump is trying to get to us so bad, he's hurting other people. That's going to get fired the hell up. These farmers ain't going to keep praising Trump when they crops drying up and they can't afford their barn. My family had this 30, 40 years. It was given to us when they took it from the black farmers down the street or whatever it is. They going to get upset too.
Well, I mean, I believe what Kendrick Lamar said. You can't have change sitting in the house. We got to take to the streets. The younger people, we gotta do what my father said do, huh?
But people will rise up when it's time to rise up. You know, it ain't gonna do nothing too much now because he ain't really in the shoe yet. He ain't done all he gonna do. But people gotta be hungry for a while. People gotta be able to see because we've been discriminated all the time. It never let up on us. You know, you might got a through PhD or college, but now it's no jobs. You know, You know, so college don't do you no good no more. You know what I'm saying? You know. Now my grandson, he graduated, but where are the jobs?
Right.
You see, ain't no job. The young kids don't have nothing to do, and it might be the young kids that end up carrying us through this time instead of the old people. You know, because they're not gonna take it, and nobody's scared of the Klan because everybody got guns now. So they come out with
just a frightening scene you just showed. We're not scared of the Klans. Everybody got guns. This is going to be
when you mention the Klan, like, because somebody be wanting me to play this, what happened over the weekend with Cincinnati, and I think it happened in Nashville too. It's in two different states. It's off the subject, and then we'll get back to what we're saying. It's off the subject where you got these Yahtzees. I'm gonna say Yahtzees. I'm not sure if I can say the word Yahtzee people with signs. They'll go over overpasses with weapons and stuff, waving and cheering at people under the thing to distract everybody. And then when the blacks turn out and fight them, they haul ass. And it was a fight, I think in Nashville, right outside, like in the business area. They out there with these flags, waving them, doing all kind of shit. Maybe I'd do something, a regular video or like a short live on that tomorrow. I know because people want me to mention that Cincinnati thing, but I actually forgot. But go ahead, Sherelle.
Scary, that's all. Go ahead, Pop. This is scary. Please calm me down, Pop, please.
No, well, I don't know what you're scared of because it's not gonna work. It's more of us
I'm
than
scared of people losing their lives. I'm scared of the financial difficulty that's about to come everybody's way. I'm scared of.
But you got to understand, anything freedom that we had, they never gave it to us. You know, that's from the 20s to the 40s to the 50s to the 60s. They never just gave it to us. You know, we had to march, we had to take it. You know, but they don't just give it up. But they gonna have they don't have no choice. Then they have to give it up. But nobody's gonna sit around. He ain't just pissing off the minorities. He's pissing off his own people.
Yeah.
You know, so that's going to be a problem for it. It'll be the first time that they, pissed off too. So, when you see all them people out there, and there's going to be a lot, you'll see, but people have to just, I don't lose faith in what's right. You got right, you got wrong. And sometimes it look like wrong winning, but it never wins in the end. Never. Because it is a God. They try to act like it ain't nobody. Trump is not God. And a little rich buddy ain't either. And they'll see.
Yeah. I would say let's give it to about June. June, you'll get a better glimpse. Because right now, Sherelle, I know you're worried about it. Just him signing these executive orders. But
I see it's coming. My father's right. We're going to have to stand up. We're going to have to fight for change. Right. It's coming. And, it's just.
We're not going to be the only ones, though. It's going to be other people affected. Now, we still going to have to do it. But half the time, it was just us that had to do it. Now it's going to be a lot of more people that's going to be forced to stand up, too. Because right now, all these executive orders he's trying to push, they're getting blocked.
Yeah.
He's going to these courts. And the outcome ain't coming the way Trump thought it would be. And because my next story is about to get into, he's mad at these federal judges now because they're blocking him. Who are they to block us? I'm the president. I should be able to do what I want to do. But people ain't going to go for that. Not everybody can just totally sell out. And these farmers going to be out there hurting. A lot of stuff going to be happening. But right now, he is actually pissed and going off and going after these federal judges. And I'm telling you, give it to about June when we'll see what's going to pass and what not, because this shit going to be probably locked up in courts for a while. And about June hit, when people can't eat, all his racist agendas that he wanted to pass ain't went nowhere because they locked up in the court. It's going to be some battles in the street. That's what I'm thinking. And here's this clip talking about why he's going after these federal judges now.
Now, Donald Trump is now personally going after the federal judges who are blocking his administration's policies. With Elon Musk right next to him in the Oval Office, Trump says it seems hard to believe that judges want to try and stop us from looking for corruption. So maybe we have to look at the judges because I think it's a very serious violation. He is laying the groundwork for a possible constitutional crisis, and I'm going to break it all down on my newsletter in a short while, which is linked to my bio to my Substack. Go subscribe for free. Now, Senator Mike Lee agreed earlier today saying that judges are waging an unprecedented assault on legitimate presidential authority. This is absurd. And Elon Musk quote tweeted him saying, truly absurd. We should at least attempt to fire this junkie jurist. The notion of having a judge job for life, no matter how bad the judgments, is ridiculous. Enough is enough. They are laying the groundwork for a possible situation where the federal government can disregard a federal ruling. There is a separation of power in the United States. The judiciary is separate from the executive for a reason.
So that's why he's upset. They're blocking him, and he's pouting like a little baby because they didn't supposed to go that way. Dictators don't get blocked. They give orders. Things aren't exactly going the way he wanted them to. And I know we're afraid, and because the shit is damaging, but they're sort of caught in this thing where not everybody gonna do all their dirty work. We know we got a whole bunch of coward Republican congressmen and senators and all that, but all these federal judges aren't just gonna bend over and give Trump what he wants. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he thought they were. If it wasn't for Joe Biden making a mad dash at the end, appointing all of those judges at a record-breaking pace, we really would have been up shit's creek. But at least there are some judges trying to stop this madness. So, you know, we say a lot of bad things about Joe Biden, but that one right there was smart. What do you think, Pop?
Yeah, you're right, but I don't believe he gonna be stopped. You know, because he got too many. He got the politicians against him. He got all the minorities, some of them anyway, against him. He got the Constitution against him. He's gonna be stopped. You know, but the real rich guy, they didn't just kick him out the country. I don't know. You know.
Elon Musk, you think he needs to be kicked out?
Yeah, they just need to get him out.
Yeah,
he's getting worse by the day. We'll talk about.
Well, he ain't elected to nothing. He rich. So what? You know, you can't run something because you rich. You know, Donald Trump, he admire him, wants to be like him. You know, so he just took his hands and let the man do whatever he wanted to do.
But Elon Musk is just disturbed. He's just weird.
Well, he's sick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, something definitely wrong with him. But
well, he's sick, but he's just rich, but he's sick.
They both feel empowered. Trump feel empowered because, and I can see why he is a little bit like, if a man can be convicted 34 times and you can come out here with no policy, with just a little racism in your system, and you get people, Latinos, Hispanics, Blacks, people sitting at home, going to the ballot box, he feel like emboldened, like he ran off no policies, but hatred.
Yeah, but you know what? I also forgot something here.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to turn on each other. I'm telling you.
It's coming.
Elon Musk is just, no one wants to be around him. He's socially awkward. He's weird. Eventually, he's going to get on Trump's nerve. Don't you think so, Pop?
I don't know, because he seemed awful weak to him. You know, he don't seem like he's taking it. He let him take over. You know, it don't seem like he's standing up.
But it's not just Trump. He's going to get on all of the Republicans' nerve.
They're going to go along with whatever Trump say.
You think so?
Yeah, the Republicans here, you know, the ones that's backing them out, because all they think about is power. They're not thinking about the country, none of that. All they think about is power, next election. But they're going to turn on them, some of them, you know, when the stuff get real bad because they want to get elected. But right now, they just think about getting elected and money.
Well, look, I would say this. They going to turn on them, Pops. It's bound to happen. Because, look, yeah, he's the richest man, but there's other billionaires on this cabinet. Yeah. And even with Trump, there's other congressmen, senators who will hope to be president one day on the Republican side. That they taking his shit because they're afraid of him. Once Trump votes start to sink a little bit, I think it's like a domino effect. Everybody gonna probably come out them, because if shit ain't fixed by June, there's no way that these MAGA people or these minorities that voted for him, he gonna make it great again. Keep believing that the shit gonna get great by June. Like I said, you got planes falling out the air. You got people flying flags that you haven't seen since Hitler days. You know what I'm saying? Like, something's gonna happen, and he's upset. Just like from the magazine, Sherelle, that he was on, right? The New York
Times magazine? Yeah,
right. It bothers him, and I know what you're saying. He haven't did nothing yet. He don't know how to handle Musk, because Musk gonna retaliate too. Musk got more power than Trump got.
Yeah.
He's in the bed with China. Yeah. He's in the bed with Russia and a lot of other places. And he got money. And he don't have to stay in the United States. He could just bounce out. Trump, smelly pamper ass, got to stay right here. Right? Let's keep it real. He got to stay right here. And now, if that magazine cover wasn't enough, with that little, some called like a press conference they had today, and Elon Musk in there with the baby. And, you know, he in there with his baby trying to justify why Trump had to get him. Trump sitting at his desk. Elon Musk is up talking to the people. They're asking Elon Musk questions, not Trump. So that shit bothers him. A man that got an ego and love attention, right?
Yeah, he got a big ego. Yeah.
I have noticed. I mean, even Trump's wife hang around Musk more than she hang around Trump, just in my opinion. But I'm just saying, so he's gonna get mad at the attention, and people asking Elon Musk like, "Oh well, what should our country do next?" Elon Musk got the answer. Trump can't take that shit for so long, and Elon Musk doing things, breaking all kind of rules that if he was even a darker skinned white person, he couldn't get away with it. And he was black. You remember how Barack wasn't even a citizen? They letting him come up here like his daddy daycare. It's a press conference. Kid on his shoulders.
Oh, you mean he was taking over the press conference? Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Why did you have to add Melania in the
what?
You said that Melania was talking to him too.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying I have seen pictures that she seemed to give Musk more attention.
You are messy.
No, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I mean, that's exactly how it went. But in this press conference, that's sort of how it went. And Trump sitting there trying to act cool, but you know what bothers him? Because he needs to be the commander in chief. He's sitting there like a servant, waiting on Elon Musk to say, jump, right? So here's this clip, and Elon Musk done lost his mind too. He's justifying, well, they got me because I really know what I'm doing, basically, and I could clear up all this waste in somebody else's government. It's not even your government, and you over here trying to clean out waste. And he even came with this lie saying that he done ran across when he's going through the Social Security data bank that people drawing money at getting Social Security at 150 years old. Then he even said himself, they shouldn't even be around then. If you ran across some shit like that and you come out here and publicly say it, you warning people, and no responsible person, if you seen some fraud like that, you wouldn't be announcing it. You'll be sending ICE to their house. Can you send an ICE everywhere else around the corners and shit? Picking up people that's not undocumented, sending them out the country and shit like that. You would just send ICE to their house and fix the problem. But here his dumb ass is. I don't know if he think he being funny, but people believe this.
There's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security, and we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out. So that's a case where, I think they're probably dead. It's my guess. Or they should be very famous, one of the two.
Now, you see how Trump's sitting there admiring them?
Perry, he is bogarting, okay?
Yeah.
It's like he's the president.
His baby down by his feet playing with some damn Legos.
Like JFK?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, I don't care what anybody says. Trump ain't that scared of him. That's going to get on his nerve, okay? Elon Musk is trying to take over. And sooner or later, Trump is going to snap. I know you don't think he's going to snap, Pop. He's going to snap.
Well, I don't know, because, he's kind of crazy, so you don't know what he'll do.
He's going to snap on somebody. If it's not Musk, it's going to be Melania. Somebody he's going to snap on. But talk about it. I'll be right back, Sherelle. All right, Pops.
He's got a lot of nerve. He's got a lot. Elon Musk is just a nut job. He's going to push the limit. First, Trump is going to snap. The other Republicans are going to snap. I see that coming. I don't see them putting up with him. He's getting worse and worse each week. He's getting worse. And don't forget, he has no experience in government. None. Let's say you went to college to be a senator. You took poli-sci. That is going to drive you crazy. I just think so.
Well, he's just, I think, just crazy. He's a crazy man.
He really is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm telling y'all, give it to about June. It's going down in so many ways, right? Because it's going to be so many disappointed. Now, people who didn't vote for it, we are already disappointed.
Right.
That we got the idiot and we got to listen to this foolishness every day with Elon and Trump. But This is how I'm starting to feel. Some shit gonna change by June. These MAGA people, half of them gonna be got their ass whipped by June and calm the hell down. A lot of people gonna be suffering who didn't think they would be suffering, like these big farmers and all this stuff. And while this stuff is just caught up in the bush, people gonna be hurting that didn't think they would be.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I don't think it's gonna go to June.
When do you think it's going to happen?
You
I think they'll jump off before any June.
What timeline do you give it? Yeah, what do you think?
I think maybe I'll give it to March at the most.
Next month?
That's next month.
I know.
Okay. Well, yeah, you know, and I'm saying, right, because all these grand plans he got.
I mean, you're laughing, but you see how quick he's going.
No, I'm laughing and hoping it's true. I think right now,
I hope you're right.
Trump is sitting there cool, calm, and collected, but that man is getting on his damn nerve. He's acting like that was his press conference.
Cool, calm, and collective, and a little smelly too. You got to add that part in.
I mean, it's going to start to embarrass Donald Trump because he's gonna be looking like Elon Musk's wife, and he's gonna look like a big old coward. So, and I think that Trump is going to snap. I think he's going to snap on Elon, and then all hell's going to break loose. That party, they're going to be turning on each other.
I mean, can he lay hands on them though? You think
he's going to lay hands on them? But
no,
they're all going to try to get his ass out of there.
That would be a
all
classic.
the Republicans.
Yeah, that would be a classic.
It will.
If he reached out and touched somebody. Yeah, you know what?
You never thought that Dick Cheney would turn on the Republicans, and he did. If you push someone far enough, it's no telling what they would do, especially when the country's looking at you. Everybody's going to have money problems, grocery shortages, all of that stuff. And it's just a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. All the tariffs, wait till all of the prices in the United States go up. When we're paying $14 for eggs. Everybody's going to snap. And the last person we're going to want to hear from is Elon Musk. But because he's socially awkward and tone deaf and doesn't know how to read the room, he's still going to be acting like he's the boss. And all hell's going to break loose.
But it's going to be,
go ahead, Pops.
It's going to be a time. The reason I'm saying so quick, because winter's coming, it's already here, but it's going to get colder. And people that can't afford the heat, they always have something program to help the people that can't afford their gas bill and stuff. All that's going to be taken away. So people are going to be sitting in their house cold, like in the old days, So I don't think people are going to take it this time. I don't think it's going to take that long for people to get sick of it,
Yeah, I'm sick of them now.
Believe it or not, it's some out there today still proud. So that's why I say June. I'm saying June. But Pops, I hope you're wrong. I hope it's before March. But I'm just saying that I think by then it's sort of clear he ain't did shit. See, because Trump got to have some kind of track record. And that's why I think he's leaning towards war, because he know he can't do nothing else with the economy and anything else. So he got to distract people. And all these executive orders are coming, they backfiring on them when they can't push them through. So, and by June, he gonna be a president sitting there on day one, gonna do all this shit. The only thing that he'll have on his record that's positive to MAGA is that he let January 6 people out.
I want to ask my father a quick question, real quick. I know that the Hispanic people that voted for Trump, they thought that Trump will get rid of the undocumented workers, but wouldn't get rid of the natural born citizens. And now they found out that that is a lie. He wants them all gone. What were the black people thinking that voted for Trump?
The black people?
Yes.
I thought he gonna put more money in their pockets. It's all about the money.
How did they think that was going to happen when the prices of groceries were already going up? So what made them think that Trump was going to get the prices lower? after seeing what he did in his first presidency. He was president before. So the black people knew last time on day one, he had a Muslim ban right away. Bam.
Uh-huh.
So what do you mean they were thinking he was going to get the price of groceries down?
Well, I'm thinking that they thought most of these people, let's keep it real.
Hold on, Perry. Let me hear what Pop has to say. Go ahead, Pop.
Say it again.
What made them black people vote for Trump after what happened in his first term?
Marijuana. Smoking too much.
I mean, I just really want to know, what were they thinking? I mean, he showed you who he was the first time.
Yeah, but the Republicans, the black Republicans, you know, they was getting away, you know, they liked Trump and them to give them tax breaks and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it was the regular blacks. If they was, they stupid. But, you know, I think it was the upper blacks, the middle class one.
It was the black rappers that were buying the pardons.
Well, they just smoke too much stuff. That's what they said. They high, you know, got hold of some bad reefer, you know, so they just stupid.
What did you say, Perry? What did you think they?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just thinking that wasn't their main reason. They just act like Trump would, but I think in their mind they just wanted the Mexicans and Latinos out of the country because most of them just strictly racist, or the black minorities and shit like that felt like that's why they wasn't succeeding in life, because of the Latinos and Hispanics. That's what I sort of think, but I could be wrong.
I think they run out of jobs. They run out of jobs for people, so they got to do something with them. You know, you see the youth can't get no jobs because they got no jobs for them, no industries, no nothing. So, you know, most blacks, young people, they might have a job, a little job, but it's hard to get a job now.
Right.
You know, so, you know, all that come into play. So they'll try to lock them up. The stupid ones that do stuff, and the jails they're already full, be more full, you know what I'm saying? But when people start getting hungry, when people ain't got gas to put in their car, money to buy gas, see that have babies and they done cut all the programs out and they can't get no food and stuff, you'll see people take different attitudes, you know, and the whites that voted for him never dreamt in a million years that he's gonna get them too, you know. Yeah. You know, but the little prejudiced one, they're so prejudiced that they don't care. They just put it on us. But we ain't making no laws. You know, we don't make no laws on decisions. But you know, some of them little right groups on the right just hate you, so they ain't using their head. They just all they know is that you ain't white and they don't like you. You know.
Well, I want y'all to chime on this story. Now, I found this story sad. So let me get into this story. I want y'all to comment on this for sure. Okay. Now we got this guy. His name is Luis Alberto Castillo, a man who has never lived in the United States and who had been granted an appointment with CBP to process his request for asylum. When he got here, he was detained, and he was detained for his tattoos and had been sent to Guantanamo Bay with no notice to his family and no record of his transfer. And the only way his family found out, it was off TikTok. They seen this picture, and here's this girl talking about it. She'll give you a little bit more background on it.
Alberto Castillo Rivera did everything right. He waited for his turn, followed the legal process, and entered the U.S. the way the government told him to. But now he's sitting in an infamous torture facility, Guantanamo Bay, and his family has no idea why. According to Migrant Insider, the 23-year-old Venezuelan spent years traveling through Latin America. He worked in Colombia, Panama, and Guatemala to save money for his journey, finally making it to Mexico in 2024. He waited patiently for a CBP-1 appointment, the legal way for migrants to seek asylum in the United States. On December 31st, 21st, his chance finally came. He was overjoyed and he traveled to the U.S. legally on January 19th, just one day before Trump's inauguration. But instead of finding safety, he found himself in an ICE detention center in Texas. On February 3rd, he called his family and told them that he was about to be released. The next day, he was on a plane, not to freedom, but to Guantanamo Bay. His family only found out when DHS posted photos online of detainees at the military base. Guantanamo Bay is usually for people accused of terrorism or gang ties. It's literally where they torture people. This is not for people that are asylum seekers, and honestly, it should be shut down. His family says that ICE claimed that his tattoos, which were an Air Jordan tattoo and a tattoo of a crown, meant that he was a gang member, but they say he's not a gang member. This is just part of his style. This isn't the first time immigration officials have falsely linked tattoos to gang membership either. A 2020 ACLU report found that agents have a history of wrongfully accusing migrants based on body art, even when the designs have nothing to do with crime. To make things even stranger, ICE's official records still show him in El Paso, even though photos prove he's at the torture facility in Guantanamo Bay. So now his family is demanding answers and calling for his release.
What y'all think about that? Isn't that crazy?
So they're taking these Hispanic people to Guantanamo Bay, which is a torture chamber. They don't have records of them going over there, right? It just was a stroke of luck that their family watched on TikTok him being deported. There is absolutely no paper trail. What do you think they're doing with them people?
Well, you know, I mean, hell, I don't know. It's like slavery, the same thing they did to us, or worse.
If it was a concentration camp, there would be no way we would know, and there would be nothing we could do about it. They already lost the Mexican children on last term that we still don't know where they are. What is the government doing with these people? It's just so reminiscent of concentration camps. There's just no other way to put it. None.
I think that they probably, you know, getting slave labor out of them. What you think, Pops?
I just think they just want them out. You know, they just being racist and want them out and figure all they're doing is picking the fruits and stuff. But they empty the prisons out and make the prisoners pick the stuff. So they ain't worried about their labor because they already got it in place. They just go back to the chain gang and the blacks will be out there and the other prisoners will be out there picking the stuff. They have no use for them no more. They don't, you know, they use it as a political weapon to get elected, you know, because he wasn't the only one wanting them to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the white population wanted them out. A lot of the blacks wanted them out. So he used it to get rid of them, but he has no love for them because he ain't worried about them. Because if they ain't here to pick, you might well get your belt on because we'll be picking.
I mean, can we admit this part at least? If they were unaliving people in Guantanamo Bay or torturing people in Guantanamo Bay, we would never know.
Yeah, they did it, so we didn't know.
Right. That's what happened to the Jews during Hitler's reign, is that they didn't tell them people that they were going to concentration camps. None of the German people knew they were going to concentration camps. It came out after all of the stuff happened, all the mass graves and stuff like that. We are reliving the Holocaust. We're reliving it. When you don't have a paper trail, they could do whatever they want to you.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know my husband's not there? How do I know my son's not there? There's no paper trail on purpose, because if Donald Trump had any good intentions, he would send those people back to their country, not to a concentration camp.
Right.
It's weird. He's already got a black soul. The man is just heartless. It's all going to come out when Donald Trump is no longer with us. That's why I'm praying for a heart attack, car crash, something. That is the only way we will get out of our misery, because he's going to stay in office. They'll see, and all those stupid people that voted him in, they're going to be feeling betrayed. But that's what you get. Because people like us, we don't trust him from day one.
But he's going to be 84. So his mind going to go. It's probably gone already. He can't live forever. So he can't keep the age from slowing him down, and it will. So,
but Pop, I need a heart attack. Dementia takes too long. I need a heart attack, a car crash, a plane crash, something. It's the only way. This man is evil. He's evil reincarnated. He has no heart, no soul, nothing. And he just does he brings good to no one. I bet you that his children are about just as heartless as he is. Do you remember Saddam Hussein? Do you guys remember him? Saddam Hussein? Mm-hmm. He was a dictator in Iraq, and he had these two out of control sons, Uday. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's Eric and Donald Jr. They are out of control. They're running the businesses. They are doing what they do best, lying on their loans, doing everything crooked and underhanded and under the table. His children are just as bad as he is. Now, I don't know about Tiffany and Barron, but because Tiffany doesn't live with them, she's Marla Maples' daughter, and Barron, he's young. I don't even think he's in his 20s yet. But those other kids, Ivanka, her husband, Gerald, and them two, that one, the real creepy looking one that slicks his hair to the back. What's his name? Eric. Oh, Eric is the worst. Eric is the worst son. He's Uday. He will do whatever he got to do because he feels entitled. He's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. And I don't know, Pops. I mean, that was sort of messed up, though. I don't know what they're doing with the people. It could be multiple things, but it definitely, when they go over there, it's damn sure it's not a vacation.
Yeah.
Far from that. So that's pretty much what we got today. I don't got no more news besides this. But those are things I wanted to cover. So, Sherelle and Pops, if y'all ain't got nothing else to say, we about ready to bounce.
If you were ever in a room and you see those two soulless children, Donald Jr. and the creepy one, Eric is the Uday. Run. I don't want nothing to do. Run. The family is pure evil.
I just say that they're not gonna get away with it. I don't believe it. The people, it's gonna be people in the streets marching. They're gonna be people, they're not gonna get away with it. People are seeing the tip of it now. But when you ain't got no food in there, your kids ain't got no job, they had the police acting all stupid, hitting us in the head and arresting you for nothing, because they're going to get crazy. The cops going to get crazy because he done gave them the go ahead, And when he sick the police on people, because we got television, and they see this, how ruthless they are, and they didn't do nothing until January the 6th, and they gonna jump on regular marching people that ain't done nothing, no stuff. People are gonna wake up because but they voted for him because of racism. I'm saying the black ones are stupid. The white ones voted for him because they want America to be white. But it's not white, it's never gonna be all white again. So you might as well face it. The cotton's been picked. So we ain't got nothing else to pick. So all we got left is politics.
That's right, Pops.
So take that to bed with you tonight.
There you go. Sherelle, your last words, you good?
No last words.
Okay. But
See
thanks,
y'all
Pops.
tomorrow.
Thanks, Pops and Sherelle, for joining me. And hey, thanks everybody for jumping in. If you like the video, please give it a like. And let me know what you guys think in the conversation. How dirty was that for them just to bring this guy over for an appointment to get asylum, and then they ship him to Guantanamo? That's messed up. How silly is it? Elon saying that he's doing great work. It's people 150 years old drawing Social Security. What deal did Trump make with Russia to get the teacher out? So let me know in the comments. But until the next show, I'll see you guys later. Bye.